Y'all knows before reacts. Now you gotta see it's so cool showing some diabolical footage of Tata showing up in the middle of the night after she was found out to be a liar and a fake. But let me just tell you something. The women that you hang around will be your downfall. Regardless of what you think, CJ still gave this girl access to his house because he was just in the video with her. Now, even though he moved right afterwards, that's still a dangerous game you playing. And the same thing go for CJ on 32s. You had her around and you had royalty around. Mind you, these individuals are backstabbers. There ain't no loyalty in this game. But we're gonna get right into the video.
Fuck are you at my house? I clearly told you not to come here. You're
Why
a
are you
scammer,
acting
bro.
like
You're
that?
a scammer. What are you doing? I'm not playing. She told everything on you.
Okay, but
And she said,
I
I'm
did
not
not
playing.
scam him.
Well, what she said was true, though. Because your faith and your message is going together. It's you. You sent her the message. She screenshotted you.
Okay, that's fine. I was speaking out of anger. Did I scam you, CJ? No, I didn't.
You were speaking out of anger.
Yeah.
That's the same thing you said when you went live.
Okay.
So you was gonna scam me out of anger.
No, I wasn't going to scam you out of anger.
Why would I tell somebody I'm gonna scam somebody if I'm not gonna fucking scam them?
First of
Does it
all,
make sense?
okay.
Like I'm gonna say is this too. That shit kind of weird though. If you really think about it, you can get into arguments with people, you can get in a back and forth with people. But if people say something that's too outlandish, too far left, that can be taken, you know, severely, then you gotta question that shit. I would question that. Because why you could have said anything out of anger than to say than to say scamming. Like that's some wild shit when you really think about it.
She wrote a
Who
report
is that?
yesterday. Who you think this is? This royalty.
Hmm.
I want her to come get you the fuck away from my house.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, think about it. The same woman that's doing the video with her, he called and got royalty on her. And mind you, remember royalty made a video about Tata in the past, how she got pregnant and the third, even though CJ never confirmed it. But I mean, it's a possibility. I'm gonna say a strong possibility that she probably did have a baby and she probably got an abortion, whatever the case may be. But it just shows you how wild people are. They can dislike each other, but they can band together when they have a common enemy. They can band together when they have a common enemy. Now, let's get this over because I already seen like this a long time ago. Even though she just standing there hitting on the doorbell, looking like a damn fool. This is the same chick that CJ on 32 is flowing out. That's some wild shit. You gotta think about it though. It's the same chick. She just standing outside, bro. This shit is wild. That is wild, bro. She got no shame. When a woman do some shit like this, she got no shame. Tell me how this supposed to make me mad. Exactly. Like I ain't gonna lie though, that shit. Oh my god.
Listen.
No, but I gotta say something right quick. I just think a lot of people make themselves look foolish. Like royalty literally made herself look foolish in that situation, knowing that Tata was only doing that despite CJ because she still wants to be with him. And CJ on 32 is flowing both of y'all out there to try to get a up on CJ So Cool. The same way that people believe that CJ did with CJ on 32's baby mama. But in actuality, CJ on 32's baby mama reached out to CJ. And I hope he showed it in
I
the
hate
video.
spilling tea, but sometimes it just needs to be spilled because a lot of people will always assume they know what they're talking about, even though they have no idea. Tata was just texting me, asking me to pay her bills. I left her ass on red, which is the real reason she flew out there to see CJ on 32s. Everybody know this man is a trick. He's in his 50s and he has nothing to do but pay you. So what did Tata do? She did the only thing that was smart. Hey, I'm not even mad at Tata. She went out there to get her bills paid. It is what it is. I'm not doing that though, man. Wait, you don't believe me? You think I would make that up, huh? So you telling me I don't have proof? Really?
Oh shit! Let's look at this. Wait, good morning, moving day, wishing positive vibes, great energy, and wealth. Hey, can I ask you for a favor? What's up? Oh, let me go to my bigger screen so I can read this shit. Let me see something. Actually, never mind. I kind of feel rude and inconsiderate to ask you basically for financial help, considering you just paid to move and all. Forget I mentioned anything. Let me tell you something. That's how nasty and conniving a lot of these women are. But mind you, he got her from that damn prank, that damn gold digger prank. You think that wasn't gonna be the case? I ain't saying that, you know, she's a gold digger altogether, but from majority of how we see Tata and how she moved, the willingness to fly to the Shade's house, to be with CJ on 32s for a bag to go against the dude that she allegedly wants to be with. Also, CJ on 32's baby mama the same way. They claim that they loyal, but they only loyal to money, man. It's whoever has money they loyal to. Women like this don't give a damn about your character. They don't give a damn. But don't get me wrong, that still don't excuse the fact you shouldn't be in your daughter's life. I mean, you chose to shoot up that girl club. You chose to have a child with this woman. That means that you have to put your best foot forward and make sure your daughter don't end up like that woman. Because at the end of the day, that's her mother. So she gonna idolize her. Remember, kids are very impressionable. You gotta be careful with that shit. And a lot of people think he was lying about it. But look at this shit. Tata literally did that. She literally said it. She literally said financial help. No wonder CJ on 32 is able to get it so easy. She follow him, unfollow him.
What's more sad is that CJ on 32's probably assumed that I went after his baby mama. But I would never do anything like that. That's some shit you would do, my guy. You the one that went to the club and bought Royalty a bottle and gave me a sign that said, get well soon, CJ so cool, after I got shot, but didn't actually come and check on me after I literally put you on. Let me run this story by y'all real quick. I not only gave CJ on 32s the first big check of his entire life. This man is 10 plus years older than me. I put $40,000 in his hand for a busted ass Camaro. Then I turned around and promoted this nigga and told him to create a YouTube channel. Then I turned around and
But one thing I'm gonna say though about that tank, it kind of put CJ in the realm or where people was looking at him as a custom car, collector. So it did bring forth a different fan base, and a lot of people idolize that vehicle. And I ain't gonna really talk down on that car too much. It was busted in terms of spending that amount of money on a vehicle in which you could have got anything. Mind you, you got people that put $3,000 down on cars that can get some Mercedes, Lexus, etc. Right? So in that term, yes, you can get way better things for 30, 40, $50,000, $60,000. Obviously. But that's a bad investment. But you did it because you wanted the notoriety, you wanted to look cool, right? So I ain't gonna downplay it that bad, but obviously he was helping CJ on 32s as well because by him spending that amount of money on those cars gave CJ enough money to start investing in his own craft. You know what I'm saying?
paid him another 60 bands for another busted ass Camaro. Then I turned around and gave him another 70 bands to customize my Camaro. Then I gave him more money to put rims on my Monte Carlo. Then I gave him more money to buy his Challenger. I was putting money in this man's pocket more than he give his kids. It's not a joke or a game, bro. And then he still went after my ex/baby mama royalty after all the things I did for him. Yes, promoting someone on YouTube is technically free unless you charge them, right? It doesn't cost anything to pass out subscribers. But I created my own lane. I was doing pranks. I was doing skits. I was doing vlogs with my family. And I blew myself up past anybody that's ever helped me in doing anything. And then I started helping him for free. He's never paid me a penny because the nigga didn't have no bread. I was helping this man with no one telling me I should. Everyone actually telling me I shouldn't do it, especially.
I know CJ a little bit enraged, but everybody knows that Jinx, was the one that helped him get on, got him that big bag and subscribers when he first started doing his reaction videos. So I ain't gonna go too far to say he just did it on his own. But he did get that kickoff, but he took it and ran with it and actually elevated to a higher level than Jinx. Now, he did do something similar for CJ on 32. Actually, he was able to do more for CJ on 32 than Jinx did for CJ, obviously, because he's in a better position. And, he promoted CJ on 32s. I mean, he gave him a whole bunch of his subscribers in his lane. 'Cause he's talking about specifically his lane, which he did do. But it's just crazy that you will go against that individual. And I really think it started from the shooting thing because when he told him to come see him, mind you, when a person sound as if they not going to come and you're in pain or you're hurt or whatever the case may be, y'all been in those situations before. You'll be like, hey, yeah, man, can you come over? I just want you to come holler at me, check on me, da da da. But you hear the person's voice say, "Dang, you know what? I'm about to." You know what she'll say real quick? What? Don't even worry about it, man. Just whenever you get a chance, come holler at me. But they don't realize the hurt behind that because they don't want you to say that you got something else to do or that you're busy. They want you to come see them because some people be put in such a vulnerable situation that they aren't able to articulate how they feel. So I do understand, that particular point of view. CJ on 32 does know royalty, obviously, but it just was wrong because what happened in that situation with him unable to see the twins at that time. Remember, he had to go to court to get 50-50 custody. People forget that. He had to go to court to get 50-50 custody. If somebody's already seeing their children, they don't need to go get 50-50 custody, buddy. Think about that.
Royalty saying, why are you helping this dude? Why are you promoting this dude? Yes, you can do whatever you want because I'm your dad and I'm in your life. Anyway, I lost train of thought, but I'm not going to forget what I came here to say. What I came here to say is I did not reach out to CJ on 32's baby mama. I am not that type of person. I'm not grimy, okay? But CJ on 32's is. But since you don't believe me, I'm going to go ahead and give you some more proof.
Here you go, some more proof. All right, let's pause it. Now, look at this. She wrote CJ so cool and said, hi, and her telephone number. Text me. He texts her a number. He said, laughing my ass off. You hella late. I forgot what I even said. I never been a snake or a liar. Now, mind you, he just put that there. That's 100% proof that your baby mama reached out. Your baby mama reached out. Now, that is kind of critical when you think about it. As much as you want to get mad at CJ, so cool, but your baby mama is flawed. It's a lot of women out here that's causing division. A lot of people got women screwing up their relationships. Best, situations that they had with their friends. Like all this shit has been destroyed and just ultimately excommunicado because of women that are snakes. That happens all the time. But that's 100% proof right there. Now I know CJ on 32s had I want to see if I can show that video before let me see if I can show that video before this video before I end this video here. But I want to see if I can find it. I think I possibly sent it to myself. I'm trying to see where it's at. No, was it on CJ's? You know what? Forget. I think it was on. I think it was on his shorts. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. Let's pull this up. I think he had mentioned something in regards to CJ so cool trying to holler at one of his chicks that he messed with. Let me see that. Let me see if it's here. The shorts. Like maybe it's one of these right here. He was dropping shorts back to back. Let's pull it up. Hold on.
Bring that ass here, C. Diddy. Y'all know I wasn't going a night without making it short, man. Hey, look, guys. I got to show y'all another L this fool taking right here, bro. Imagine this, guys. Imagine inboxing a girl and she send you this. Imagine, guys, inboxing a girl and she hit you with the CJ on 32's picture. And look at this fool reply. And then he started deleting stuff. Oh shit, I see you with your boo. That boy catching L's all over the globe, man. It's crazy, guys. Like you worried about the wrong thing, my boy. You need to get out there. You need to get to Gary because it's a crisis situation going on. You worried about what I got going on and what I'm doing with my kids, and you stressing. You got your kids with you. You supposed to be playing with them, but yet CJ on 32s is on your mind, man. That's crazy, man. But hey, go out there to Gary and get it checked out, man, because you know I'm gonna have to reach out and help out, because we can't be having this, guys. You know what I'm saying? He contradict everything that he say. Practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. Now I can get real dirty and low, but like I said, I'm gonna keep it between me and you, man, because you just a goofy and you can't do me how you do royalty and them kids. And let me speak on that, guys. Anybody on here that think that shit cool is not, bro. You lost. Anybody that support a grown ass 36-year-old man belittling kids every day, belittling his baby mama every single day, bro, for 3 years, and think that shit cool, you just lost.
Wait a minute. See, I was with him for a moment. You know, him reaching out to the chick and she saying, "You, oh, you with your boo." Da da da. Y'all both doing the same thing. You know how many times you was hitting up Lexi, CJ on 32. You know how many times you kept trying to talk to multiple women. We just flowing out royalty and you saying that's goofy for the same shit you doing. And then on top of that, you telling someone, oh, he need to go to Gary, Indiana and do this third. You ain't even seen your daughter. Like it's like back and forth. Both people need to do better. Both people. Obviously. This is why it's a stupid battle when somebody know you in and out. They know everything about you. They've been around you. Obviously, you can say the most hurtful things to each other. Gary and Anna always had a crisis of crime and other things of that nature. And plus, there's other stuff going on in the news, not just about Gary and Anna, but a whole lot of places in the world. But people need to be present fathers, period. You and CJ So Cool need to be present fathers instead of beefing online all the goddamn time, talking about this woman, this woman, this woman, that woman, that woman. It all the women that y'all choose are not loyal. Having babies with women that'll jump to the next dude in a heartbeat over a check, bro. Like you got to over a bag. That don't make no damn sense. Come on now. I think you say he bashing his baby mama and kids. You mean to tell me the same people that could have had him thrown in jail that he fails to mention? What about the shit you reposted about the Jalea shit? How come that just disappeared out of nowhere? It ain't no longer a topic. He don't even mention it anymore. Oh yeah, see, you want to say C Diddy because it's the undertone, right? It's the undertone, right? You calling him C Diddy, knowing that's the undertone of what he went through. Understand something. Just like CJ on 32 is gonna have an issue with his kid, his son that had that little issue when he got caught up with the police with that little shit that he went through. But people gotta understand when people go that low and that deep, you gotta expect somebody to throw blow. Come on now. Royalty did the ultimate disrespect. Somebody that he brought up. Remember, she had 3 kids by a dude that she considered trash. She said he was trash when she was having his kids, bro. She was working a job laying on the floor at her mama's house, man. Come on now. But that woman, he literally brought up Jinx was the main one in that house that was a YouTuber, and then got CJ on because he did reaction video, and then the fans thought CJ So Cool was somebody they was interested in and wanted to keep seeing grow, and then elevated and brought the kids into everything else, and those same kids are the ones that talk about him. That's supposed to be their father, regardless of how a kid feel about you. That brought you from a place that where you were into where they at. A child should never say that. In the videos that he exposed back then when he showed he showed Nation and arrested him acting, saying the most heinous things on the planet. Come on, most insidious things. It's diabolical to me, man. People got to learn when there's levels to certain shit, and some things you just do not cross, bro. Like there's certain levels. Like for you to post that shit, that was just too much. I always say I respect the CJ on 32s in terms of his loyalty to CJ at first, but when you think about it, CJ was giving this dude his Mercedes, different cars to drive. He was paying for his hotel. He was paying for every time they went out to the club to go eat. CJ was paying for all of that. But in the end, now you got to see when a person gonna bite the hand that feed him. I still don't think that shit is cool at the end of the day. I'm sorry. If somebody bring you from one point to the next and then you online saying all type of crazy shit, flying out royalty and all this bullshit, posting that shit about his life in terms of those allegations, that was just too far to me. That right there was too far. Like that allegation thing trumped everything. It trumps everything. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this situation. I just think this shit is wild. Even though it ain't benefiting no one, it ain't benefiting anybody. It's not gonna make anything better. And I told Evan said the same thing about CJ. So cool. Move on with his life. Do what he got to do. He can create so many different types of videos and content. Same thing with CJ on 32. You can get into other avenues instead of doing the same shit. Elevate your game as well. But to just be beefing, especially when y'all two is considered brothers, is just straight up foolish. All right, let me know what you guys think. And I'm up out of there.